to the supporters of channel member Ken Davenport. Well, the board have reduced my wage budget, so this is going to be even harder than last summer. Hello, welcome to part 97 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our season review and transfer special at the end of our first season in the Football League. And our signing of the season, as predicted in the last episode, is Wally Muller, who came in on a free transfer, 14 goals from 23 starts. I mean, it couldn't really be anyone else, could it? Most of the other signings were overpriced and not really used, or loans. So it was always going to be Wally Muller. And ultimately, it's been a good season. Home attendances, over 1,000 on average. I mean, a lot of that is probably going to be the away teams coming in, but doesn't matter. We were supposed to avoid relegation. We finished 19th. We were never really in threat of any kind of relegation, so that's a positive. Also, finance stuff, a positive. We've just announced a new £34,000 sponsorship deal. We still earn less money from sponsorships than everyone else in the league by a long way, but our reputation's gone up to 1.5 stars from 1 star, even though it says there it's not changed. I'm sure it was 1 star last summer. And as you can see, sponsorships, broadcast revenue, I mean, that's a huge increase. Everything's gone up apart from competition prize money, because we didn't get any prize money for the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup this year because we weren't in it. But we did make more match day revenue off the back of the higher attendances. So the finance stuff slowly but surely moving in the right direction. And I think it sums up our team nicely that our signing of the season didn't make it into the team of the year. So the team of the year in a 4-2-3-1 is Perini in goal, a back four of Bartiromo, Wiles, Yoshihama and D'Souza, Murray and Bailey in midfield, Scanlon, McCormack and Kelleher behind Rawlinson up front. Interesting that only 2 loans make it into the team of the year, despite us bringing 35 players in on loan. Shows the quality of the players who came in on loan. Keith Kelleher won Fans Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, most injuries in a year. Tom Best somehow is still setting records, even though he's not been here all year. What are you doing now, Tom? Playing for Lowestoft. You are at Lowestoft, earning £70 a week. That's nearly 3 times what he was earning with us. Wally Muller, as we know, signing of the season. Also top scorer. Scanlon, most assists and most man of the matches. Highest average rating went to Kelleher. That front three, definitely where the strength of the team is at. Now we need to build the rest of the team to their kind of level. If we have a look at the all-time best 11, we're pretty familiar with all these boys now. Perini, of course, is still here. Chatter and Gray, we know, are retired. Young is at Biggleswade. Wiles is still with us, but we've just accepted a £15,000 offer from Maidstone for him because after 3 years of him being here, I know he still played a lot of football for us last year. I think we can probably do better for £425 a week. So we're going to let him move on. Giles is playing for North Lee. Surely Scanlon replaces him on that left wing fairly soon. Tom Best, we already know about. Sean Martin, still playing for Wellingborough Whitworth. He's now in his 30s. Absolute madness, alongside Scowen, who is still a free agent. In fact, he's not still a free agent. He's a free agent again after going to Gloucester, not really getting in their team and being released. That's a shame that he's not going to make it, I don't think. McLennan has now retired along with Canerva as well. So it seems like a lot of these guys that we wrote off as not being good enough, we were ultimately proven right about. That's nice, getting £482,000 as a solidarity payment. That's the biggest chunk of cash we've ever been given in one go. That's madness. Look at that. We could almost clear the club's debts with that. We shouldn't, but we almost could. It doesn't change the fact that they did reduce my budget even further. So even with the contracts that are expiring, we're still going to be over the wage budget. So we are going to have to sell some players, hence accepting the offer for Wiles. We don't have any retained transfer revenue, but I do think with that bank balance, now might be the opportunity for me to finally ask for a coaching course. I've not done a coaching course in about 10 years. I'm still only on a National A licence. So got all those teams that want me. So hopefully with 400,000 in the bank, we can get some stuff happening. Let's try and improve some facilities as well. I probably should actually be asking for transfer revenue, increased percentage of transfer revenue. Right, let's get some requests in. Let's see what they say to the requests. Record high league finish. That's a good thing. Come on, reply to my requests. They don't want me to go on a coaching course. It's a very valid thing to want to do. We fear that bettering yourself could lead to a bigger club coming in for you. I'm here for the long haul, lads. We're not sure it would benefit the team right now. So why let me come in for a meeting if you've already made up your mind? You bunch of plums. So I guess we're not getting any of this stuff that we wanted. That's a little bit of a shame. Actually, he says we're not getting the transfer revenue. Please, can I have some more transfer revenue? Due to the financial damage suffered by the club over recent years, we can't in good conscience give you any more money to work with. Adrian, you're a turd. But we are spending half of the money we just got on improving our training facilities. That's potential insanity, what we've done there. But I guess it was long overdue. Still going to be poor training facilities at the end of it. And we don't have any youth facilities. So at least we can't waste any money there. I can't believe I've just thrown half of our money away. Was that a bad idea? That might have been a bad idea. Let's do some transfers. That, boys and girls, is how you start the summer. The window is literally just opened and we've just brought in a 6'7" striker on loan from Aberdeen for the season. 3 stars current ability, 5 stars of potential, already 8 full international caps. He's the best striker at the club by a gazillion miles. I'm in love. More things like this summer, please. McCormack might be on his way out for £31,000 as well, which would be huge for us. Wiles has gone to Maidstone for £15,000. We've renewed a couple of contracts and we're still over our wage budget. So we are struggling a little bit on that side of things. We might just be relying on loans unless we can sell lots of people. But if we can get more loans like that one who's just come in, goodness me, we're going to have a fun old time. Well, we made it through to the 1st of July, so Sean McCormack has gone to Galway United for £31,000, which is another nice little bit of money in the kitty, but as you can see, we are well over budget. I've never been over budget on the 1st of July before. This is going to be interesting. We have brought some free loans in already. It's probably nowhere near the amount that we're going to have. But we've got this guy, Adam Jones, is a left back / centre back, 6'1", on loan from Bolton until the end of the season. Obviously, these are all on loan until the end of the season. Some of them are probably not going to be used. Like, I doubt we're going to use him. He's got decent potential. I mean, he might play centre back, maybe. There's a few of them with decent potential, but there's a couple of them who we probably will actually include in the first team. Adam Jones definitely being one of them. And then Mark Smith in central midfield, who's here from Eastleigh. The fact that we're taking players on loan from Eastleigh in the National League South and they're not requiring us to do a wage contribution shows what dire straits we're in financially. Up front, we've got Justinason, who we looked at before, the 6'7" guy. And we've signed a couple of other strikers as well. John Hurley from Aberdeen and Matthew McLeod from St Johnstone. So a variety of striker options. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, this is the squad. It's 23 players. However, 1, 2, 3... No, he's loaned out, isn't he? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them are loans, and we can only use 5 loans at a time. So it's effectively not enough players. But we haven't got any money. But remember the plan from last year? Just stick below that amount. So actually, as far as FFP is concerned, we could go up to £14,000 a week on wages. It just shows the board just aren't giving me enough. FFP is supposed to stop us going out of business. So that figure is based on half of our income. So can I have half of our income, please? Give me a chance. They've reduced my budget. Can I ask for more budget? Increase wage budget. Didn't even think to do that. Give me a transfer budget as well. Just give me something. Anything. Give me some money. I need some money somehow. We're going to try and do some free transfers. I don't know how much success we're likely to have, but we're going to try. Well, we've not been able to bring anybody in because we couldn't offer anybody contracts. But we have sold another guy. Mimo Bartiromo has gone to Walsall for £17,500 plus 30% sell-on, plus a friendly against Walsall. So a little bit more money in the kitty, but not the kitty that I can spend. That does give us a little bit of wage budget to maybe wriggle with, so we might be able to bring somebody in. But yeah, at the moment, all of these trialists, can't afford any of them. It's very sad. Well, we've stuck a couple of players in. A backup goalkeeper who's rubbish, but at least he's on £425 a week. Oh, we need some money. And then we also got a defender who, again, the minimum salary we can pay, £425 a week for a guy who's never played higher than the National League North. Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. I guess we keep looking, even though there's no money left. And now it's the start of the season, 1st of August, and we just don't have a team. I think in some areas we're stronger than last year. I think this attack, I think big Titor, 6'7", I think he's going to have a lovely time. And we've got this guy, John Hurley, alongside him. They're both on loan from Aberdeen, so they'll already know each other. They have a partnership. I mean, he got 2 goals for Peterhead last year, so that's exciting. But I think they're going to form an excellent partnership. We've got the good wide players. Muller's going to move out onto the wing so that we can keep him involved. And we've obviously got all the youngsters who can play on the right that I'm also training to play over on the left as well. Keats, Kelleher, Henderson, Derbyshire. We've still got Scanlon around. So I think in the attack, we're really strong. In midfield, much less so. Shibu, Smith, I guess, are going to be the ones. Main probably isn't ready. Centre-back is a major problem because most of the ones we've got are loans and we're using a lot of the loans further forward. So I think first day of the season, we might have to play Murray at centre-back. He is 6 foot tall. He's been here 2 years. That means he can play centre-back as far as I'm concerned. And we're a little weak at full-back for similar reasons. And goalkeeper, we've now downgraded back to Perini again, who we moved on from last year. And with all that being said, we're still over the wage budget. Annoyingly, roughly on what the wage budget was last year, but over the current wage budget, despite the financial position being the strongest it's ever been since I've been at the club. The media obviously think we're going to finish rock bottom, 500 to 1. It's hard to disagree with them, but if the attack is as good as I think it is, there's always a chance. Look at that. This is how you get promoted properly. Tranmere and Barrow, freshly promoted and straight away expected to be in the promotion push to go up again. We're not quite on that level, are we? I think this is probably the team for the first day of the new season. These guys need to hit the ground running. If they're as good as I hope they are, we stand a chance, and we'll find out in the next episode. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.